Artificial intelligence is one of the most significant developments in human history, and it seems to be directly linked to the prophecy about the mark of the beast. So in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of how the implementation of artificial intelligence is taking us all towards the mark of the beast of Revelation 13. Brother Jack here. What is happening in the world at the moment is hard to exaggerate. There seems to be a coming together of all that is most evil, most depraved, and most cruel, in such a way that already we are past the point of no return in a global slide to hell. Every day that passes, more and more people are becoming aware of just how totally trapped we are. In everything from global addiction to porn, to frustrating interaction with invisible merchants who have made themselves virtually unaccountable in all of their dealings. Our computers tell us what to do now, when it was meant to be the other way around. No longer can we opt out of the latest application, for example. The choices are just install now or install later. And every word we write, every choice we make, and many of our movements are out there in something we call cyberspace, waiting to be used by all the forces that be, to stalk us with advertising, relentless profiling, and maybe elimination, if we are considered to be socially undesirable. There is something that could not be better described than a world wide web, spinning its sticky strands around each of us until we are so tightly enmeshed that we could never escape. For some, this is only a growing nuisance at the moment, but for the world as a whole, it is a growing threat of global domination by forces that are so pandemic that it is hard to locate any single human entity that is behind it all. What is happening is becoming more spiritual than political. Propaganda is taking on more of a godlike posture, with such things as the I Am campaign for artificial intelligence. In a clever palindrome, the computers themselves speak to us, using an ancient title for the God of the Old Testament, saying, I am AI. AI is an abbreviation for artificial intelligence, and I want to go through what this means here very briefly, just to give you some idea of what I'm talking about. Computers all over the world are becoming more and more sophisticated. You can ask almost any question of your laptop at the moment, and your own little computer will come up with an answer, often in less than a second. What is the shortest chess game ever won by a grandmaster? How much is Kenneth Copeland's net worth? When were matches first used? What are the health benefits of eating garlic? These are inanimate machines doing our thinking for us at lightning speed. They spit out information faster than ever imaginable 50 years ago, and we love it. But these same programs that enable your computer to almost instantly scour trillions of bits of information contained on the internet are also able to maintain files on every person on the planet. Detailed and complex files. Cameras in department stores scan you as you shop. Did you turn your head and look twice at that suit? Don't be surprised if you find an ad for it popping up on your laptop. Because a computer program identified your face, linked it to your Facebook account, and then triggered the store's computerized advertising account to make that ad pop up on your computer. That, as I understand it, is a fairly simple form of artificial intelligence. As the programs get more and more complex, human intervention is being eliminated more and more, The programmers themselves can walk away and the program will continue to operate unassisted. It can even be made to come up with improvements on its own programs, based on what priorities have been fed into it. Now picture this. A country devises a program which uses literally millions of CCTV cameras and sound recording devices, along with facial recognition technology, to track every member of the population, storing information on everything they do and say. That same program is able to sort all of that information and come up with a figure which represents the desirability of each individual in relation to the values that are also part of the program. When the level of desirability drops below a certain figure, the program can then alert other computers which control transport, banking, and every form of government assistance, notifying them that this person or these people no longer exist. They are locked out of everything. And if that doesn't stop them, then drones, armed with poison darts, can be programmed, again without any human intervention, to locate these rebels and eliminate them. From start to finish, the surveillance, judgment, and execution can be carried out through artificial intelligence alone. No one needs to make decisions for it. Change in every area of our lives is happening too quickly for most of us to keep up with it, and it is happening exponentially. Before we can even think deeply about where this is all leading, we find ourselves there. So what does this have to do with the mark of the beast, the tiny microchip that we carry in our hands every time we make a purchase? These microchips, billions of them, feed information to the godlike computers of artificial intelligence that circle the globe. National boundaries are virtually non-existent in cyberspace, and so the entire human race is being sucked into this apparent conspiracy, a conspiracy of which we have all, just through our indifference, become a part. Nowhere is there anyone who's prepared to stand up to such demonic forces. It is beyond our control, and so most people just stick their heads in the sand and hope it'll go away. Now, all of this has been predicted in the Bible. Much has been said about the mark itself, which is where you and I, the masses of the world, interface with the dark forces of the universe. But there is a verse in the revelation of Jesus Christ, immediately before the 3 verses that describe the mark of the beast, which may be referring to the I am of artificial intelligence. Listen to it from the 13th chapter of the Revelation, verse 15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Even in 20th century technology, one would have naturally pictured a statue when reading this verse, because at that time it was hard to imagine an intelligent creation that did not have a body. But today, in the 21st century, we're becoming accustomed to talk about artificial intelligence. We don't see it, but we do see the results of that intelligence. And the potential for that intelligence to actually kill someone is becoming less and less fanciful. The image just sits there, inside computers, all over the world, out there in cyberspace, causing all sorts of things to happen, but so far, not actually killing anyone. But it does speak, and it is demonstrating this ability every moment of every day, as it causes such things as advertising to bombard us without any human being needed to make the decision for it. The image, the great I am of artificial intelligence is steering us ever closer to whatever its chosen destiny is for the human race. And we march along obediently, unquestioningly, with our will to resist being sucked out of us with each step we take. Please, God, help us. Save us from this monster that we have created.